Welcome everyone. Welcome to another of our monthly recap streams. I'm Froox. I'm here with Nixon, our community director. We got J4 from engineering, got Bob, our finance officer, got Drew and Aegis from our team, and that's everyone. I think nobody hiding under the thing. In our recap stream, we're gonna be. Oh, where's the Bob? Yeah, don't think about extra Bob. Like the extra Bob doesn't exist. The extra Bob can't hurt you. Anyway, welcome to our Resonite Recap stream. We're going to be going over all the sort of bigger things, notable things that happened in the past month. We're also going to be having the business office hours. Going to be over like our numbers and like how they're kind of evolving, how the business kind of going, and at the end we'll also be taking some questions from the chat. So with that, we should be able to get started. There's a lot of stuff that happens every month, like with Resonite. Sometimes there's more, sometimes there's less. We closed 54 GitHub issues this month. So there's lots of things, and if you go into our updates channel, if you go into devlog, you can always find lots of details on what we've been doing. But the stuff that we want to go over, we made a haul. So since we've done the split ending, there was like a really big update, and then like a bunch of kind of polishing afterwards, and we're kind of heading into the holidays. We've been kind of focusing a little bit more on like doing more fun things, doing sort of like things to like improve mental health and so on, doing some like smaller projects that have been kind of lying dormant for a while. One of those projects is adding a triangulation algorithm to Resonite, which supports holes, and I actually have like a little demonstration for you. There's a new brush, lets you draw like an outline, so you can like make a shape, and this shape, it can be concave, and then you can make holes in it. And you might have already seen like a video. I'm sort of like recreating it now, but what this algorithm does, you essentially give it like a loop of vertices, and you can also give it more inner loops, and it'll fill it with triangles. And that's one of the big things that's been kind of missing in our tool set for building more procedural meshes, for building like tools. So this is a very important building block that's already kind of exposed, in the form of this brush, which we can use to kind of create like all kinds of like shapes. There's a procedural mesh, so we can like script your own things, and we're going to be building on top of it, adding more procedural shapes. And once we have like more tools for working with meshes, it's going to be used as a building block for those as well. It's already released, as you can kind of see, and we even have like a video that just released today, sort of like showcasing this in a fun manner. You can play it. Hello, I'm Froox, creator of Resonite, and I want to tell you Resonite now supports holes. Just go to the inventory in your dash, go to Resonite Essentials, Tools, and you'll find the Mesh Plane Brush tool. And now it is still equipped, just make a doobly-doop shape, and then make holes in it, and some more holes, and small holes, and doobly-doop holes. And I hope you don't have trypophobia, because this might be disturbing to you, so sorry if you do. Oh, and if you don't like how you made the holes, you can also undo them, and then make them again. And if you want to watch the algorithm in real time, just dip the brush into a material, and now you can watch the wireframe. Look how cool this is. Or make the material yellow, and shiny, and you can make cheese now. Give me procedural cheese. Or yum. Nom 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 nom. There's an now with holes. Available for free on Steam.
That's cute.
Yeah. So yeah, Resonite also supports holes. And yes, we're going to be doing like questions and answers at the end, but I was going to mention, Andrew was mentioning, when I forget triangulate Engons and Blender, was going to figure it out for me now. It'll not do it just now, but this is actually the building block we can use for that. So if you need to like triangulate polygons, this is the algorithm to do it. There's a few other things, like another devlog is the particle system is getting some new effects, like for example, the particles will be able to slide around. So there's some fun things kind of cooking. We have a few other ones that are going to be talking about that are more quality of life improvements. That's in a little bit later segment, but for now, we're going to move to some of the cool additions from the art team. So Aegis, are you able to take this one away?
Yes. First of all, you now have, for those participated in the Halloween event, you now have access to the new badge. Now, I can probably turn on the badges here, too. There we go. Froox has one above his head too.
Yeah. I was there.
It's that little pumpkin badge. 2025 on it.
Those badges.
Throughout-
We always could use more badges.
Yes. Throughout the month of November and December, it's also kind of going through like a lot of different fun things that we can do. Alongside, we've been working on a lot of business clients stuff as well, alongside the different things we've been working on. One of the things that has been worked on by both myself and RustyBot in relation to the previous event was an updater tool for the stamp books. It is located within the same folder as the stamp book itself in the stamper, and you simply just place your old stamp book within here, and you place transfer or click on transfer, and your new one will appear there. Say if you change the colors and all that on your old stamp book, you may have to do it with your new one, but it helps optimize it for future events.
I was just gonna say, I don't like the physicality of the things, like, like where like it's like a device in the virtual world, and like it's very like physical for upgrading things.
Mm-hmm. And with the new experimental UI that Raivi's been messing around with as well too. Some of the other things that we've been going around and doing is working on reviving an old project of ours called The Universe.
Yes.
That's exciting.
Yes. With the advent of some of our space-related clients, it'll be pretty neat to definitely delve into some, spend some time working on updating that project. Within the slide behind us, you can see some of the things that we've been adding, and as well as some things actually even from NASA's website as well too, like this nice model of the James Webb Telescope and its predecessor, the Hubble Space Telescope as well too.
You know what's funny is like when the original universe was made, this was like the James Webb Telescope wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
And now it is, so it can be part of the experience.
Yes. And some other things too, for example, like the black hole visual that I've created within the Resonite world would probably be a really good visual to see how big an accretion disk would be in the scale of the universe.
Also, I think we should let our viewers know what exactly the universe is, because there might actually be people who don't even know about the project. Could we get like a short summary as into what the universe actually is?
You want to take over that?
Yeah, I can like describe it a little bit. It's essentially like an educational world that's meant to be sort of like introductory experience for learning about the world, where you go from the scale of the smallest elementary particles all the way to the scale of the observable by universe. And especially with the power of VR, where you get a sense of scale, you can actually go through all the scales and you can compare things. Like you can literally grab planets, compare them, to the size of moons, compare to the size of the countries. You can go to the scale of like bacteria and compare them, to like everyday objects. It's sort of like the universe as an experience. It's sort of this like cross section of all the different sciences, and it kind of gives you the sense of like scale, how many different worlds there are, from going like elementary particle physics, going over chemistry, biochemistry, then human scale, where you have like geology, you have like everyday objects, and then going into astrophysics and astronomy. So it's a really fun experience. It's one where there's also a narrative part of it, and a lot of people were very excited with the previous one, so like we're very happy to kind of bring it back. And if you're like interested about learning, it's an excellent way to kind of start.
That is definitely something that is like one of the projects we've been wanting to work on for quite some time, and like it's something that's gradually going to be worked on over time. Like I mentioned before, we're kind of like working on quite a few different things here and there. Like as Froox mentioned, with the brand new brushes, one of the things that we're wanting to do with the brushes themselves is polish them and add quite a few like features to them, like visual, haptic, and audio feedback to them, kind of like we did with the Gaussian splat editing tool, to make them much more polished and easier to work with, and even more fun features to play with.
Yeah. Lots of cool improvements.
Yeah. As well as some of the other things as well. Rayuvi has been working on the meeting system that we've been using for meetings, as well as our business clients that use them. It'll be also showcased in a video that we will showcase on the stream as well a bit later, with new features in there for some quality of life improvements. And yeah, it's been... I also want to mention too, going back to the brush, if you look in devlog, you can see one of the photos that I took. It was actually just post-meeting, and all the different brush strokes using this new brush. It was funny. Figured it would be perfect to showcase on the devlog.
Almost with me.
Of course. You can even see the camera I used to take the picture of this thing.
Yes. Okay, does that cover everything for the art team for now?
There is some things that, in regards to the upcoming events that we're doing for the holiday event. Now,
could have a separate slide for that one later.
Do you want to save the content-related things for that too?
Yeah, we should probably cover it as part of it.
Okay, yeah, that'll be easier. It pretty much covers.
Okay. We're gonna get into the events soon, but before then, we want to talk a little bit more about some of the quality life improvements. There's been a number of them. One of them is actually one of the fruits of the splitting that I've been really looking forward to doing, because there was a lot of work moving us from Mono to .NET 9. We have to kind of, make this whole new architecture using multi-process architecture to separate the main engine into its own process and then running Unity as a separate process. But now that hard work has been done, it's super easy to update to new versions of .NET. So when .NET 10 released in the first weeks of November, we literally went to the project, changed a few numbers from 9 to 10, and we were able to run on the new runtime. And what's really cool about it is every year, the .NET team and surrounding community, they make a lot of cool improvements, including to performance. And since we've done the update, pretty much changing a few numbers, we've actually gotten a little bit of extra performance boost. It's not as huge as going from Mono to .NET 9, but it's still noticeable in some cases. Some people have seen quite noticeable improvement. We've seen something as high as 40% for some protoflags. In some cases, it can be a lot lower. It can be 5%. It also depends a little bit what you're doing. For example, particle systems noticeably feel a lot smoother. And that's because .NET 10 has heavily improved multi-threading scheduling. So that has affected some systems more than others. But for just changing a number from 9 to 10, that's a pretty sweet deal. And what's even cooler is we'll be able to do this every single year, because every single year when .NET releases with a new update in November, they're pretty much every year they've done a bunch of performance improvements, and we get to benefit from their work for very little extra work on our end. So we're very, very happy about that. Also, I mentioned earlier, we've been kind of focusing on some of the fun issues, some things we wanted to do for a while. Some additions are small. For example, there's a new component for equipping your favorite avatar. So now you can just add a facet, I have it on my hand, you can add it to your dash, and you can equip your favorite avatar without having to rifle through your inventory. And another cool thing is there's been a bug fix. One thing that's kind of been bugging me and lots of other people for a while is if you're moving really fast and you take photos, sometimes parts of the mesh, for example, the clothing or the hair or other parts, they would essentially desync from the mesh. So they would kind of separate, and it could look funny, but also you don't want it to happen. That's been finally fixed, and it's actually been made much easier to fix thanks to the work on the split ending, because that sort of reworked how the order of kind of operations and made it a little bit more explicit. So that's no longer an issue. That's kind of fixed. That's off the list of the small but things that have been falling into the cracks for a long while. there's also been improvements to session thumbnails. I know like Arla has been like kind of improving some of the stuff there with the cloud. It's been moved to the Cloudflare CDN, which also helps the reliability and like just making things like faster. And another big thing, thanks to J4 over here, the headless now supports ARM. So J4, do you want to tell us a little bit more about this?
Yeah, so just to explain thank you, I'm a bit small here. But just to explain a bit, basically ARM CPUs are, well, CPUs that work in a different way than the regular computer. The CPUs that we have in our computer that are usually x86. You've probably, even if you don't know what ARM is, you've probably used a device that is ARM. For instance, your phone is most probably ARM. If you've used ever a Chromebook, it's probably ARM as well. Some of the advantages of ARM CPUs is that they pack a lot of power for, ironically, a really small power consumption. I know it's not technically always the case, but please, technical people that know about that, give me some slack. I'm trying to be simple here. So basically, what this new feature allows you to do is, for instance, if you've heard about a Raspberry Pi, it's just to run a headless on it. So that means for somewhat cheap, you can have a small board computer on which you can host a Resonite headless. Likewise, if one day you are bored in the bus, you can just, well, whip out your phone and just host a headless on it. It's totally possible now.
Yay.
And not only that, some cloud providers like Oracle even offer free ARM machines that are basically first come, first serve, depending on your region. But it's a free server anyway, so can't really complain. Same with providers like Hetzner. Their cloud has really cheap ARM machines as well. What else? Yeah, this is not only for the headless itself, but it also opens the door for later, for instance, Steam frame support.
Yes.
Given we're going to need full ARM support for that to run decently, I guess. So, yeah,
this is very
that's
exciting.
about it. Yeah. I
Thank you
will
so much
say
for
I'm honestly
getting that
very
to work.
impressed on how it runs.
Yeah. There's been like
Yeah.
some people in the community like doing this unofficially, but like I'm very happy, like thanks to your work, like we can now have this like as an official thing. I think I finally have an excuse to get the Raspberry Pi myself.
Yeah, I'd say shout out to the weird phone headless that runs for like the past, I don't know, like year on ARM
It's
without
official
having
now.
official support. Yeah, it's official. You can just do it. It's like just a few commands. Just check out the wiki on how to do it on ARM. You should see that in the headless server software category if you are interested.
Yes. And also like the part I'm really excited about is like the Steam frame, because like the Steam frame like it's very exciting hardware because it's like Linux machine, but it's on ARM. And we already have like cool architecture on Linux where we actually are like running, the main process is already native, like native.NET 100.10, while only the render essentially runs under Proton. With this, we might be able to like get the like main engine running natively on ARM and have only the renderer run under the like emulation layer. So definitely excited to get like hands on like the Steam frame. So if anybody from Valve is watching, like we would love a dev kit.
Please, Gaben.
Please, Gabe. But yeah, it is very exciting. It's excellent work, and we know a bunch of people have been having fun with it. The Oracle servers are super cool too because like I know some people host on that, and it can be a pretty like good way to run a headless, and now it just kind of works out of the box. With that, we should be able to move to the next section, which is the events. So there's a few that kind of happened. For first, we had Fia produce some like really cool shorts about Resonite and do like a live stream of the event, and those were super cool and actually brought quite a bit of new people. We saw a difference in the numbers of people, and Bob is going to be talking about that quite soon. So thank you very much, Fia. Like it helps us platform grow. It helps to like reach out like new players and showcase what this place is all about. We also released a new education trailer, which we have here, which also features the
meeting system
updates to the meeting system. Yes.
Let me help you with that.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
Resonite is a VR application that can excel at being a meeting environment. From a general meeting, lecture hall, or remote training setting, the world can be adjusted to fit any organization or theme. Resonite uses Froox engine, an in-house VR-first platform that doesn't put limits on possibilities. Our meeting system allows for quick information at a glance, including users, current meeting topic, the schedule, and any supplementary information. Users can easily chat, react, or raise their hand to speak. With an unlimited number of seats, unlimited ways to customize your avatar, and unlimited things you can quickly import, Resonite is perfect for real-time visualization and collaboration between users. From PDF files to full 3D scans, anything can be quickly and easily imported within VR. So you don't have to wait for everyone to look at a screen share or wait on IT staff to update anything. Everything within Resonite is handled in-engine, so all users can influence the meeting immediately with no external software required. With Resonite, there's never the question of if it is possible. Anything is possible, all in real time.
So yeah, this is an excellent trailer. Like we're like very happy. So huge props to like our marketing team like for producing this one, and also shout out to like Marinda Botha for the narration. Hopefully this kind of showcases some of the other possibilities of Resonite, because Resonite has a lot of a lot of functionality, and a lot of it's like useful just beyond like socialization, like and playing. Education is one of the things that like we are very passionate about, and I'm passionate about myself. And I'm like very happy like we can get like more use cases, in schools, universities, and just generally letting people learn. Then we also have the upcoming event. Thanks. We're going to talk about that one a bit.
Yeah. So our upcoming event is going to be the Residents of Winter. It's going to be a 48-hour community event where basically users can get together and host their own worlds if they like, that is themed for the holidays. We set these dates out for being the 27th and the 28th, so then we're not, competing out with the Christmas time, and I'm sure some people will be coming back during that time after their Christmas break and whatnot. So it pairs well out with the holidays. We got a lot of fun and interesting items that we've actually added inside of the Resonite Essentials, such as a gift maker, a light trail system, and also a ornament that you can decorate and customize. These things will be used when we actually host this event, such as for a gift exchange that will be happening inside of the world. And it'll be all themed up for the holidays. And basically, it will just be a nice little social event that the community can come together and just celebrate the end of the year for the most part. And we'll actually be showing off some of these items right now that are already inside the folder. These are available under Resonite Essentials, Event Items, and Winter Holiday. So I guess the first one we can show off, that Rue can show off, is this ornament prefab that we have.
A little simple ornament. It displays any image you have that you can put in it. So you can just like throw in a picture. There's a little asset frame in there, and it will put whatever you want on a little Christmas ball. And it takes literally anything. You can just take a screenshot. You can import a picture. It's pretty simple. For desktop users, if you point at the top, you can grab it and move it around. If you grab the center, it'll grab whatever image is in there, so you can pull it out. For VR users, you can just, use your VR hands to grab and move around the image inside there.
Yeah, and we highly recommend that you make these beforehand, before the event, because you can actually put them up on the giant Christmas tree that will be inside the world. And we're going to be having a collection of these ones and start collecting out all the different ones and take pictures with them. So be sure to make your ornament beforehand before you get inside the world. We also have this gift generator. Here, let me move that off. So with this gift generator, you can put whatever object and place it right on top of it. Once it's placed down, let's try to maybe use a different object. We'll use this dog
Ethanol.
Particle. Yeah, or
It's
ethanol.
ethanol.
Yeah. Oh. I
Lots of
believe
people be consuming
we
this
might
on
have
Christmas.
to. I believe that we put something on it already. So let me actually just respawn a fresh copy. Here, we'll move this one out of the way. Here we go. So we'll put this ethanol right there, and it'll slide right on there. And would you like to do the honors of clicking the button there, Froox?
Mm.
Choose whichever present that we'll have.
I want this one.
That one? Perfect. Cool. So we got loot box style of the package. This package was designed and made out by one of our community members, Rain. Random Meatball also helped to work on the system. Rue helped to build out, for the most part, most of the system, as well as the slice system was done out by one of our community members, Sharkmare. But yeah, this box we can open up. Here you go, Aegis. You can open that up there. Just click on it.
Oh.
It's a nice little style of opening up. Another present made out by Rue over here. We can put on another item. Here, let's put the planet this time. There we go. And we'll click on that present. Oh, and it's a Froox one. I immediately clicked it. Okay.
Why was it move?
Let's try that again. There you go.
There we go.
Okay, cool. So we got a present. It does like a little boing-y kind of animation. Looks quite cute. You can click on it and just does a silly explosion. So, you got two different choices of different types of presents. Also, the boing kind of present has different types of variants. Obviously, saw the Froox one on it as well. So
also, in case people would like, for the version that I made, which is the like little stretchy present, in the inspector, if you want to add materials for it, there is a asset multiplexer for materials. You can literally just click add and put in a material, and it'll automatically just work. So you can fully customize like how the present looks.
Absolutely. And we would love to see people make out their own unique type of presents and actually use this prefab and remix it and use it however they like to make out their own types of gifts. And I'm sure that will be a big thing once we do the gift giving during the event, as well as you can just give gifts no matter what during the whole entire month of December, or even just have that for the whole year from next year. That's why we have different styles, and you can have different gift giving for maybe, birthdays or different types of holidays. So this will be our permanent little gift giving machine that we'll add for different things. And of another last thing that we have for prefab for the event inside there would be the system made out by RustyBot. So this is a lighting system that you can put in any of your worlds. And what's cool about it is you can make different chain lights. So for example, I can take this light right here and duplicate it, and you can see where the chains have gone. I'll actually just hit the light there, and now I made another chain. And you can put this anywhere in the world. Let's say if I wanted to have it up there, maybe on like a tree or something like that, and you wanted to connect different beams of light, you can just hit it and shoot, and it'll make this beautiful particle effect that'll go to each light. So this prefab will also be available for users to basically decorate inside of their world and have it to where they can have this little magical experience and have people with these wands just go around and shoot and see different designs that could be made out with these points of light. And I would also imagine users could also modify and edit this so they could have different colors and different types of designs, and just see what the community can make out of this prefab. But yeah, that's about that.
Yay. More Christmas stuff.
Indeed. And I'm just trying to see if I'm missing anything. I think that's about everything off for the Resonance of Winter, and I'm excited to see you all there.
Yes. We're kind of very excited for the Christmas and people celebrating both on platform and off the platform.
I did have one more thing actually. I updated my Christmas folder that I made a while back, and in there I've included some brushes with updated models. You can try these out if you guys want down there. These are little tinsel brushes, so you can draw tinsel. It uses pressure for the trigger, and you can customize the colors, the materials. So you can use these to decorate, Christmas trees or your maps. There's a bunch of Christmas themed materials in there. Christmas present boxes, and even some Christmas pine trees and stuff.
Very nice. And where can they have access to the Christmas folder?
I mean, I can put it somewhere in the essentials, I guess. Maybe I'll make a folder for like myself and put it in there because it's just like a personal folder of mine. But
The community shares folder would be a good place for
yeah.
it.
I know everybody loves like decorating their homes for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And this should make it a lot easier. Okay, so that covers up like the Resonite news and all the like events that are kind of upcoming. So we can move to the next big topic. It's the business hours. So Bob, tell us more about numbers.
Hey everyone, glad to be here for another recap stream. It's been 2.5 months in Europe and I'm all schnitzeled out. I'm returning back to the motherland next week to celebrate my country's favorite holiday, capitalism. Speaking of capitalism, check out resonite.selfie.store to buy your loved ones the gift of their dream. Speaking of dreams, I have a dream that one day our numbers will go up. So let's hop right into the first slide. We freaking nailed it last month. And our new users and subscribers number hit a fantastic peak. We haven't seen numbers like this since Fia released her video last year, partially due to Fia dropping a couple of shorts, as well as also dropping into our fantastic monthly event while streaming on Twitch. Big shout out to the marketing and art team for knocking these recent events out of the park. Keep your eyes out for more upcoming events and sponsored videos. We just landed a big boy influencer, but you're going to have to wait until next year to see that video. I'm a little sad that we're not going to quite break the 100,000 unique user downloads by year end, but we should be crossing that in very early 2026. Okay, so let's hop on to the next slide where we have the 6-month breakdown of our business to consumer revenue. All right. So green bar gets bigger, we make more money. Gray line goes down, we pay less fees. Profit. We also had our biggest B2B revenue, business to business revenue month last month, which I have to make a major shout out to Probable Prime for being a workhorse and delivering a custom build to a major client. The consequences of good work, however, is more work. And I have 4 more client contracts lined up that we're negotiating and getting paperwork signed for. Once I close out the 2025 books next year, I'll give a full financial update probably in February or March. Just know that 2026 is going to be a good year. All right, on the next slide, we're going to be covering the percentages of our subscribers. All right. And I want to point out that that we've been kind of steadily moving towards more people using either PayPal or what was the name, Stripe, instead of Patreon, but it's only moving at like 1% per month. And at this rate, we're probably thinking it's going to level out around maybe 2 out of 3 people by end of next year. I definitely appreciate if people would not use Patreon anymore, but we're not getting rid of Patreon anytime soon. So, it is what it is. Anyway, let's move on to the next slide where we're going to go over our CES plans. So CES in Las Vegas in the first week on January 5th, we're going to be having some fun plans within plans within plans. If you're going to CES in 2026, please ping us and stay tuned for some announcements. We're going to be flying in a much larger entourage than just myself this year, but you're going to have to wait for the videos to drop to see who. Also, I'm going to give you guys a bonus. It's not a slide, but I have some bonus pictures up here for something really cool. It's called the. Wait, where did it go?
I think it went into the ornament. Here, let me get that out for you. Yeah, let's move the ornament over there.
All right, well, let's figure out how to get it out of the ornament. There we go. So we have the Cyber Finger. It's a really cool piece of tech. They have a super funny trailer, which I'm going to drop in the chat in just a second. Basically, it's a VR glove that actually keeps your hands free, and it's less than half the price of other gloves on the market. They only did an initial production run of 20, so you need to snag one before they sell out. Otherwise, you're going to have to wait a couple of months for the next batch. I think that's all I have for you guys. I'm just going to drop those links into the video, and then we can kind of, turn over the mic over to someone else. Anyway, so, yep, that's all I got. Happy holidays, everyone.
Yay. Thank you both. Like, excellent updates. The numbers are going up. That's very good. And thanks again to Fia for making those videos. Definitely helps like bring more people. I've been like even hearing from like just people in the community that have seen a bunch of like new faces. It's always exciting. But this kind of covers our main topics. So we're gonna open this up to questions from the chat. So if you want to ask anything, make sure to put a question mark. That way it kind of pops in our thing. That way like we don't miss it. And we already have like a few questions that are like piled up, so we can get started on those. Since we don't have that much time, I'm gonna skip some of like the joking ones. Wait, this one.
You're skipping the joke question.
Sorry. Shining here is asking how soon till we can put 3D holes in solid meshes and make true Swiss cheese. So there would be a different thing that's more like a Boolean like operator. So this algorithm that was added, it works for specifically shapes that you draw. So like it doesn't modify existing meshes, unfortunately. But Boolean operators is also something we could add at some point in the future. If there's not a GitHub issue, like we can make one and get people to vote on it, and that can influence the prioritization. Ricky is asking the proper is this the proper Resonite question? Can you package the package? Yes.
Yes, here,
That is
there
not
you
a
go.
package. There we go. It's package exception.
Uh-oh. This is going to get very... How many layers can you go?
You can go.
I
as
mean, we
many
can
layers
try
as
your
you want.
spam it, but
There you go.
People are going to do that until it like... Wait. If you do like 100, will it lag?
Probably.
Actually, no.
if it disables things, no. Yeah.
No, actually, you could package 100 packages in a package, and you just have that person. Try not to do that when you come to the event, though. That might be a little bit, extra
I
for
think
people wanting to
the
get the
deeper the
gift.
package goes, the longer it'll take to load.
Yeah.
Now here's the other question: can you package the package maker?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Aegis is doing is set to different scales too. How fun. Well, while they do that,
it doesn't wanna
packaged
go on.
people into it.
we also have Bappler asking question: can the light chain be triggered?
Let's just finish this first.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, you can package the package manager.
Oh, also, I think your camera went away there. Aegis. Yeah, so Rukio is asking, is there a planned event for New Year's, maybe an official ball drop world? So we don't have an official event planned out for New Year's on Resonite side, but Creator Jam usually has each year, they have their own event for New Year's that the community attends. They actually made this really nice ticket sort of entry for it. They did a really great job on the art for that, so you can see the times and dates for that for New Year's. And yeah, so I'm sure most of the Resonite team and also the community will be heading to that for seeing a ball drop as kind of event.
They usually work on it for like months, so like it's always like a spectacle.
So we got another question that Froox can answer. Sure.
Kavix Terraspace? I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing their name right. What's the current plan? What ideas do you currently have for the Steam Frame Controller input node? So we pretty much like want to like map the inputs kind of like one-to-one as we do with the other nodes. One thing that could help, is getting a dev kit, so we can see like how it controls, how it like what kind of like inputs there are, how they kind of behave, and then we design the nodes so everybody has direct access to it. So once the Steam frame comes out, our community can start building with it, and they can like take full utilization of all the controls that it offers. So again, if there's anyone from Valve, like dev kit. Next question is from Dalek Coffee. How's the evaluation of render engine needs going? So we're not actually in the phase where we're evaluating them yet. We're still in the first phase. We're kind of collecting the requirements. It's one of those things where we, published it, and we're kind of like letting it sit a bit, like accumulate a bunch of feedback, while we kind of, focus and work on those things, and then we can, cycle back and look at the feedback, integrate it, and decide when we're going to move to the next phase. We're probably going to let it be for a bit, like so people can comment on it, people can read through it. If you haven't, check out like our announcements or like go like to our GitHub and discussions. There's like a whole thread about it. What we're essentially doing is we're asking the community to help choosing and getting a new renderer to replace Unity. And this is divided into 4 phases. The document on GitHub, it describes all the 4 phases. We're still currently in the phase 1, where we're collecting all the requirements that we need for the next render. Once this phase completes, we're going to move to the phase 2, where we're actually going to be evaluating different render engines and checking how well they match the requirements that we set in phase 1. But we're not in that phase yet. With that, thank you everyone for joining the stream. Thank you for supporting the platform. Speaking of which, we have this thing. Can we move the camera on this one? We have the up-to-date list of Resonite supporters. So there's a huge thanks to our sponsors, Sidereal Scout, we got the Hikari Akimori, Zenkri, and Earthmark. Also big thanks to our other supporters, like really big supporters, and the smaller supporters as well. We don't show the supporters below a certain tier because that would be a lot. But thank you to everyone else who's supporting as well. So, and if you haven't switched, to Stripe from Patreon, please consider switching, even if it's the same tier, because we do get quite a bit more from Stripe than we get from Patreon. Meaning you pay the same amount, but we actually get about 10% more. But whether you support us financial or not, thank you for watching the stream. Thank you for enjoying the platform, making cool content, just generally being part of the community. Thanks for everyone, contributing, all the mentors, moderators, people making cool things, contributing to GitHub issues, and just generally making this place come alive every day. I hope everybody's gonna have excellent holidays, have good Christmas, New Year's, spend time with your friends, families, other people here in the community as well. And thanks everyone here for helping with the recap stream, doing all the cool things. So we're pretty much at a full hour, so thank you everyone and have happy holidays.
Thank you, everyone. Happy holidays, y'all.
Happy holidays.
Woo.